just didn't have any ball kids to lead us this year.
I don't think we needed ball kids. I think this was a major let. Of all the things I'm mad at Chassa about, this is the worst of all of it.
Why don't you go pour your heart out on Twitter?
Where's Rhonda? I need to have a conversation with Rhonda.
We're set for first serve in the first set, brought to you by First National Bank in Fleming. Bank your financial needs with a Logan County Almond Bank since 1917. First National Bank in Fleming. Member FDIC. Fleming in their black uniforms with the white letters and numbers and green stripes up the side will be in the court directly in front of us. Merino in their maroons on the far side with the white letters and numbers will be starting, I believe, with the serve in this match.
Yes, I believe Kristen Suter won the coin toss and elected to serve to open play. And that looks like that is the case as McKenna Suter's back to serve.
The freshman, who has 165 kills, and with the 4 aces earlier, 48 aces on the season, will get this 1A State Volleyball Championship underway. It'll be punched near side, handed up by Whitney Chintala. Bump set, Kendall Kirkwood to Whitney Chintala. Roll shot deep. Hopped up high, back row. Trying to stay out of the net was Taza Conger, but she got in the net, and Fleming will win the opening point of the match.
Her foot slipped across the line underneath the net, and she thought maybe she could get away with it, but the official had eyes like a hawk.
So that'll hand the serve to Whitney Chintala. As Chintala pops it down the middle, it'll be hopped up back row by McKenna Suter. Maddie Suter sets it for Taza Conger. She'll fire it down and in for a kill. Nicely swatted by Conger, who has 49 kills in this state volleyball tournament. If Merino wins, she'll be 1A Player of the Year. There's no question.
I don't think you can even argue that.
1-all. Rams will give the serve to Faye Trinkle, who has won 41 points on her service in this tournament. Make it 42. Dig goes into the stands. That's an ace.
I think that right there is something that you'll need to watch in this 1A State Championship. The back row play for Merino has been exceptional in this tournament in both of their games. Fleming has had stretches where back row play has been an issue.
2-1 advantage for the Merino Rams. Trinkle. She'll pop it down the near side. Mishandled by Whitney Chintala. Will get the back flat free. Spun down the near line. Hopped up by Thorpe. They will set for a runner. Pushed over by Faye Trinkle. Diving dig up by Zoe Vandenbark. Bump set and a bump free. Over by Callie Kirkwood. Chase down, quick swing. Conger turned back by Maddie Harms on the block. Back row swing will come from McKenna Suter. It's too big and out. And I am not disagreeing with the Fleming fans. I'm pretty sure it's your bald head that is attracting the balls. They are just whistling right past us right now. 2-all. As Maddie Arms will take the serve. She'll tumble it down the middle. McKenna Suter is set out of the back row. She's too wide and out.
Couple of early mistakes offensively for Merino. Not anything you can't get under control.
The serve from Harms will be powering down the middle. Chopped up back row by McKenna Suter. Maddie Suter sets for Faye Trinkle. She'll fire it down the middle on Whitney Chintala. Set for a big hammer for Callie Kirkwood. It's dug free back onto the Fleming side by Faye Trinkle. Again, Kirkwood this time line. Nestles it into the corner. First point earned in the match by the Fleming Wildcats. As Maddie Harms will continue with the serve at 4-2. The first 5 points had been either points earned by the Merino Rams or errors to give Fleming points. Suter will set out of the back row. She'll come for Conger. Ping pong off the block. Can't get a second touch, Ken Serrato. And Conger has 50 kills in this state volleyball tournament.
She has been the heart and soul of that Merino offense.
And Amanda Thorpe will take the serve for the Merino Rams. Thorpe powering it down the middle on the green jerseyed Lexi Schaefer. Set for Kirkwood. Big hammer and a kill.
And again, Merino has not seen a hitter like Callie Kirkwood in this tournament. How do they respond?
Maddie Serrato, the freshman, will take the serve. She'll run it down the middle on Faith Trinkle, the Ram senior. Back set for Conger. She'll tumble it short. She'll find the floor for the kill. And we expected coming into this that Conger was going to rotate with the Kirkwoods in front of her. That's the case.
Right.
Likewise, Callie Kirkwood's going to rotate with Conger in front of her as Conger takes the serve. Conger down the middle, sliding dig up by Schaefer. Kendall to Callie, near pin. She'll hop tape, roll deep. Chased up high by Conger. Back row swing. No, they went with McKenna Suter. They faked the back row swing to Conger, and the freshman slid in and powered it through the block for her first kill of the match. 5-5 in set number 1 between Fleming and Merino for the state championship. Serve line near side, popped up high, back row by Maddie Serrato. Callie Kirkwood with the big top spin, too big and out.
You've got clogged drains or major plumbing projects, call B&J Plumbing in Sterling, 970-522-3828.
Taza Conger will have the serve for the Merino Rams. I believe it is a 4-3 Wiggins advantage on the 2A court as Conger lines the serve into the net.
That is, in fact, the case, 4-3 on the 2A court. Wiggins hunting their first ever state title.
Lainey Schleeser on. She will take the serve for the Fleming Wildcats. Schleeser will tumble it down the middle, sliding up by Thorpe, set for an off-speed swing from McKenna Suter. And she has 3 hitting errors already in the match, and Fleming has a 7-6 lead. They've been going to the freshman early, trying to get her rolling alongside Conger. Serve will be rumbled down the middle, fielded by Faye Trinkle. Back row set for Taza Conger. Big top spin near side up by Serrato. Right into the radar zone of Kendall Kirkwood, and Kendall Kirkwood rifles it to the floor. 8-6 lead. Serve stays with Schleeser. That'll be knifed down the far side on Conger. Set for a back row swing for Faith Trinkle. Top spin short. Slid up by Schleeser. Set for Sam Pope. Pope will chop it deep. Diving dig up by Conger. Set over the net by Maddie Suter. Kept in play by Serrato, and a free ball over by Schaefer. Run up by Conger. 10-foot line set. Big swing will come from McKenna Suter. Dug over by Serrato. Again McKenna Suter. This time blocked by Kendall Kirkwood. Free back over by the Rams. Kendall will set. Far side for Gintala. Off-speed push. Near line it will come. Up quickly from the back row. Conger, she will be swung out of the back row. Tried to be solo blocked by Kendall Kirkwood, and she'll pick up the tool kill for her 4th of the match.
I think just enough change of speed from him coming from the back row to work off the block.
Maddie Suter will take the serve, fielded by Lainey Schleeser. 3 free back for Fleming as they didn't play it cleanly. Mishandled back line for the Rams, and they'll free it back. McKenna Suter, nice aggressive play over into the radar zone of Kendall Kirkwood, and she went up to swat it down, and the Ram block was in the net for a violation and another point to the Fleming Wildcats. 9-7 Fleming, set number 1. Serve will be lined into the net by Sam Pope. Zoe Vandenbark is on to play DS after Pope serves for herself.
I think Coach Doug Camry telling R2 that he can't hear the whistle being blown by R1.
She's using one of those electronic whistles, I believe.
She's going to try to turn it up. Nope, she's just going to go ahead and use the traditional whistle.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, Chassa said, yeah, everybody use electronic whistles so you don't spread COVID while blowing a whistle, and those electronic whistles have not been able to be heard in loud environments, and most people have gone traditional. Serve line down the middle, fielded back row by Chintala. Set, big swing off the block at the net, and Whitney Chintala picks up her first kill of the match. 10-8, Fleming lead. Back row goes Kendall Kirkwood. She'll power it down the far side. Popped up high by Thorpe. Back row swing for Conger. Big top spin. Nice up by Schleeser. Got a little too close to the net, so able to keep it in play. Out of the net was Kirkwood, and a free ball over by Serrato. Back quickly come the Rams, and Faye Trinkle. She shanks the shot, and it goes into the net. So a little rocky start for the Merino Rams offensively. 5 kills, 5 hitting errors in the first 19 points. 11-8 Fleming. Serve will be pumped down the middle by Kendall Kirkwood. Dug free back over by the Rams. Back set near side. Chintala chips hands on the block of the net. Sliding dig up. Back row by Briggs. Roll shot will be played near the 10-foot line by Conger. Have to scramble. Harms keeps it in play. Chintala frees it deep. Handed up high. Back row. Ball will be chased down for the Rams, and Trinkle will free it back over. Mishandled. The Fleming Wildcats, and Faye Trinkle will pick up her first kill on what was just a free ball to keep the rally going.
Colorado's one of a kind. It's a bank with the family-owned bank who treats you that way. Bank of Colorado, there's only one, member FDIC.
Nikki Edgar comes in on the front row for that one rotation on the right side. Serve will be flown down the near side, fielded by Vandenbark. Bump free back over for the Fleming Wildcats as they misplay. Quick handoff set for a big hammer into the block at the net. Whitney Chintala, much shorter than Taza Conger, came away with a solo block to make it 12-9 Wildcats. One rotation through. Whitney will have the serve. Firing it down the far side, mishandled by the Rams, chased down by Conger, and a punch free over by Maddie Suter. Up quickly, scramble, Harms, sets, free ball, Callie Kirkwood, run up by McKenna Suter, set onto the pin for Faye Trinkle, tool kill as Faye Trinkle elevates and found the angle.
So far, I think about what you'd expected in terms of the score, an evenly matched first set, 12-10 our score. Merino eliminates even half the errors in this opening set. It's a completely different ballgame.
Yeah, they're up 4 or 5 points if they can find a way to chop down those errors. Faye Trinkle with the serve will pump in near side on Zoe Vandenbark, set for Callie Kirkwood. She'll cross far side on Thorpe. Back set, Maddie Suter will go for Conger through the block of Callie Kirkwood at the net. Dig by Kendall Kirkwood back over. And Taza Conger swats it down, kept in play and freed back over. Short set over the net, diving dig up by Kendall Kirkwood. Harms high up and a free ball spun over by Whitney Chintala. Up quickly back row, McKenna Suter set down the middle for Conger. And Conger, too big and out, will have her second hitting error of the match.
That is, I believe, 8 errors total for Merino in this opening set.
13-10 Fleming as Maddie Harms will spin the serve down the middle, dig free into the radar zone of Callie Kirkwood. Diving dig up by McKenna Suter and a free ball spun over by Conger. Chintala will set out of the back row. Bump free over by Callie Kirkwood. Dead center on McKenna Suter. Maddie Suter sets back row. Faye Trinkle crawls the net court. Played it on the setter. Kendall Kirkwood set. Big swing. Callie Kirkwood. Big kill. Fleming never got into what you would consider their traditional offense. They used right side hitter Maddie Serrato as their setter. And they were able to find a way to get the point to make it 14-10. Serve will be spun down the middle. Set for a back row punch free. Played over in short. Diving dig up. Back down the middle for Callie Kirkwood. She'll tip it over the block and find the floor for her 4th kill of the match. And a timeout taken by the Merino Rams, as the Merino Rams have found themselves down 5 in set number 1, 15-10.
Timeout brought to you by Better Electric. If you're looking for the best, find the best electrician available at Better Electric. Locally owned and serving Northeast Colorado for 20 years. Call 970-521-1030. 8 errors by Merino in this opening set. They committed 10 in their 3-set sweep of Sangre de Cristo earlier today.
Yeah, the confidence has not been there, and the early blocking of Conger was part of the deal. There was also an early focus, and rightfully so, for Merino to try and get more than Taza Conger rolling in the offensive capacity. And I think maybe some of those early errors backfired a little bit in shaking the confidence of the ancillary players.
Still plenty of time to crawl back in if you're the Merino Rams, trailing 15-10, but the first step in doing so has got to be taking out the errors. You've got to cut down on the mistakes and force Fleming to earn their points. They've only earned, 7 of their 15 points?
Yeah. Back to serve again will go Harms. She's on a nice little 3-0 run. Fielded back from McKenna Suter. Taza Conger tools the block at the net for kill number 5 in set number 1.
Read the block well, knew exactly where she needed to angle that to wipe it off the end of the arm.
Rams will hand the serve to Amanda Thorpe, down 15-11. Thorpe will spin it down the middle. Schaefer backing up, couldn't quite keep it in clean play, and it'll be a bump free over for the Fleming Wildcats. Conger will set back near side, too wide and out goes the push from Taryn Goss. Rams again out of system, and weirdly off of a free ball. Serve will come from Maddie Serrato. She crawls the net court, and the freshman picks up an ace. And Kristen Suter is mulling another timeout as Fleming is starting to pull away early in search of their 8th state championship. Serve will be fired down the far side, popped up back row, back set near side. Ball comes caroming onto the floor from the 5A match. Haven't checked in on Wiggins and Sedgwick County in a while because Wiggins is absolutely waylaying Sedgwick County in the first set, 20-10. Serve will be fired down the middle by Maddie Serrato. Set for a big tip from Conger. Diving dig, chicken wing out of the net. Free ball over by Callie Kirkwood. Handed up back row. Back set near side. Off the block of the net goes the attack of Conger. And Conger was in the net on her swing. Another giveaway for the Merino Rams.
I think she was a little hot because she thought there should have been a lift call on that chicken wing out of the net, and it wasn't.
18-11 Fleming. Serve mishandled back row by Thorpe. Back row swing will come for Faye Trinkle. Sliding dig up by Schaefer into the radar zone of Conger, and she'll fire it to the floor.
Good bounce back from Conger after the hitting error, getting in the net.
18-12, need a run on service here from Conger. Serve will be line near side on Maddie Serrato. Set for Callie Kirkwood. She'll push it down the line. Nice cover up by Faye Trinkle. Near side Goss. She'll roll it over. Played it on Kendall Kirkwood. Callie sets Kendall. Kendall frees it over. Set down the middle. McKenna Suter. She'll knife in near side on Schaefer. The dig goes to the net, and it's pushed down for the Merino Rams by McKenna Suter.
That's not an easy task for the freshman McKenna Suter going one-on-one against Kendall Kirkwood.
And Conger lines the serve into the net to end the run. Had a chance to get back. You just had a good block. And then a service error makes it 19-13 Fleming. Lenny Schleiser on to serve. Schleiser will line it down the far side. Set up for Trinkle. Back roll. Roll shot short off the 10-foot line. Chintala. She'll be set to the near pin. She'll tumble it deep. Chased up high by Thorpe. Set for a near side. Roll shot for Goss. Right into the radar zone of Kendall Kirkwood. Just zero tempo that right over the net, and she fires it to the floor. 20-13 Fleming. Looking to go up 1-0. Serve will be powered down the middle. Chased up high back row by Thorpe. Set for a big swing over the top of the block at the net by McKenna Suter. Set back for Chintala. She'll hop net court ball. Chased down back row by Thorpe. Back row roll shot for Conger. Too wide and out. I'm surprised that they did not stop that point as Merino takes their second timeout. One of the kills off a block from the 5A side came flying right through the zone on the Merino side. It wasn't on the floor, and you didn't there. Merino was clearly distracted by it, though.
Oh, absolutely they were, because it flew directly over their heads as they were trying to set up the offense, and I'm with you. I'm a little surprised as this timeout is brought to you by Buckeye Welding Supply. See Jay and his team for all your welding supplies and needs at 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling. 23-14 the score over on the 2A side as Wiggins has dominated the opening set of that 2A state championship.
It's fun to see. We've talked about all the Northeast Colorado teams, but Fleming was out here cheering on Wiggins earlier. Merino was out here cheering on Sterling earlier. Now Sterling's sitting here in the stands directly to the right of the 1A court, just cheering on volleyball action. And the community of volleyball in Northeast Colorado is so rich, and it's cool to see it in this close atmosphere.
Absolutely it is.
Out of the timeout, Lainey Schleiser with the serve for Fleming at 21-13. Nice swing off the block of the net for McKenna Suter. Quick handed up by Chintala. Will get the swing on the far pin. Off the block and into the head of the scoring table. Knocked her glasses off and everything. All the way onto the 5A court. That's a hard swing from Whitney Chintala for her second kill.
All right, she says she's good to go.
Schleiser will serve. 3 points away from taking the first set is Fleming. Set for a 10-foot line swing. Rolled off the block of the net by McKenna Suter. Diving dig up by Serrato. Flat free spun over by Chintala. Chased up high back row. Backslide for McKenna Suter. Nice swing off the hands of Kendall Kirkwood at the net, who will end up setting it. Far side for Chintala. Whistles it. Too big and out. That's just the third point given away by the Fleming Wildcats in this match. 12 given away by Merino. Serve dump down the middle at 22-14. Chintala off speed. Campfire kill. Whitney Chintala knew exactly where she was going with that ball as soon as she saw that back line.
Yeah, exactly. We've talked about her volleyball intelligence throughout this tournament.
23-14. Serve will be tumbled down the middle. Thorpe will receive it. Set for Trinkle. Nice swing near side. Runner up for Kirkwood. She'll set for Chintala. Tools it off the block, but it falls down on the Fleming side. Just catching the line. Goss and the freshman Suter sharing that block.
And Whitney knew it. She watched that ball all the way, and it hit the tape, and she went, nerds.
23-15. Briggs with the serve for the Rams. Fielded by Chintala, who's set down the middle. Inside out tip, far line. She picks up her 4th kill of the match and set points at 24-15.
That's amazing court vision to know exactly where that empty spot was and push the ball there.
Kendall Kirkwood with the serve to take the first set for the defending state champs. Fielded back row by Briggs. Dug into the radar zone of Maddie Harms, and it will find the floor. Maddie Harms gets the block to end set number 1. Fleming wins 25-15, and they lead 1-0. 1A State Volleyball Championships back in 2 minutes on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And we welcome you back into the Broadmoor World Arena as we head to set number 2. Fleming in this 1A Volleyball State Championship down Merino 25-15. We head to the second set. Merino needs to start better, quite frankly. That will be the first step in this one.
Our second set brought to you by Ice Lanes. Summer bowling's here. That means kids can bowl for free. Call Ice Lanes at 970-522-3331.
Out of the near court, Whitney Chintala will have the serve as she'll fire it down the middle on McKenna Suter. Set for a big swing for Tasia Conger, and it goes bounding into the stands and then back over my head. And the hitting error will again be another giveaway. That's 14 points given away in this match for the Merino Rams. 1-0 Fleming lead. Throw set for Conger. She'll roll it short and she'll find the floor. In spite of that, Conger still has 7 kills and 55 kills in this state volleyball tournament.
Almost wonder how much of it at this point is mental more than anything else.
Faith Trinkle, who won 41 points on her serve in the first 2 matches of this tournament, won 1 in the first set. Attack will be spun down far side by Callie Kirkwood. Back row swing, McKenna Suter blocked back by Callie Kirkwood. Callie Kirkwood with her first block, team's 3rd block. And we're going to get back onto the front row for the Fleming Wildcats. Sam Pope. Serving will be Maddie Harms as she'll fire side. Nice up back row by Ryan Briggs. Back row swing will come for Faye Trinkle. She'll tumble in near side. Up quickly by Whitney Chintala. Runner back over by Callie Kirkwood. Handed up by McKenna Suter. Maddie Suter sets Conger short top into the officials' box off the dig. And Tasia Conger will have her 8th kill of the match. 2-2 start for the Merino Rams. They will keep the serve and in the hands of Amanda Thorpe. She's too big and out. Goes rocketing into the stands. It's just the 3rd service error of the match for the Merino Rams. It's other errors that have killed them as the serve will be tumbled down the middle. Quick set, dump over by the Merino Rams, and the kill again goes to Conger. That is Conger's 9th of the match. She has 9 kills. The rest of her teammates combined have 3.
Wow. They need those other ancillary pieces to help bail her out.
Especially here because she's on the back row. Low knuckling serve, fielded by Schaefer. Set near side for Callie Kirkwood. Blocked back at the net. Kirkwood will swing it over the block this time. Sliding dig out by Faye Trinkle. Trying to set it over the net. Maddie Suter's turned back by fellow senior setter Kendall Kirkwood. The 2 of them have combined for more than 6,300 assists in their high school career. 4-3 lead for the Fleming Wildcats as Lainey Schleiser will serve. Set for a 10-foot line swing and off the block and down on the Merino Rams side goes the attack of McKenna Suter.
McKenna is the prime candidate to be that number 2 alongside Tasia Conger.
4 all. Serve will be powered down the middle. Fielded by Schleiser. Bumps that up. The attack will be popped short by Whitney Chintala. Sliding dig out. Big attack by McKenna Suter. And she will get back to back as the second touch goes flying into the Sterling Tiger team sitting to the right of the court.
Their opponents, the Eaton Reds, sitting off to the right of them as well.
Maddie Suter up 5-4 for the Merino Rams. She'll knuckle one near side on Whitney Chintala, who's set down the middle, powering through a triple. Popped up high. 10-foot line swing will come. Chopped short by Conger. Blocked by Kendall Kirkwood and then freed back over by the Rams. Kendall set to Chintala on the pin. double didn't close. She finds her 5th kill of the match.
Pound for pound, I don't know if there's anybody in this tournament that hits as hard as Whitney Chintala for her size.
Yeah, she is very clean as to what she does on the volleyball court. Serve will be fielded back row by Thorpe. Back row swing will come from Conger. Dug up by Schlieser. Set to Chintala, off speed short, and a collision on the back line between Faye Trinkle and Maddie Suter going for that ball. Whitney Chintala back-to-back kills. And the Merino Rams find themselves down 6-5.
Won't go down as an error on the score sheet, but too many mental mistakes right now for Merino.
Serve from Sam Pope will be powered far side on Faye Trinkle. Roll shot will be played deep by McKenna Suter. Pope up, set, looking for a campfire. Was Kendall Kirkwood. Ultimately a bump free over by Maddie Suter. Kendall Kirkwood will throw the set to the pin. Big swing for Whitney Chintala. Ball played just on the sport court for the Merino Rams by Thorpe and freed back over. Chase down, quick set again. Chintala this time pushes to the far line, and she'll find the floor. That is 3 straight points to the credit of Whitney Chintala's offense, and a 7-5 lead for the Fleming Wildcats, up 1-0. Serve will be pumped down the middle by Sam Pope, up by Faye Trinkle, right into the radar zone of Kendall Kirkwood, and in the net was the block of the Merino Rams.
I believe they got number 23, Maddie Suter, for being in the net.
8-5, Fleming Wildcat lead, looking to make it 9-5. Trinkle's attack blocked by Kendall Kirkwood. And again, she's blocked by Kendall Kirkwood as she tries a second swing. 3rd block of the set, 5th of the match for the Fleming Wildcats. And we said that was going to be the factor. They had 13 blocks coming into this one. Merino did not. They had 6. Swing through the block at the net this time, off the receive by McKenna Suter. Roll shot free back deep from Kendall Kirkwood. Left-handed tip by Faye Trinkle. Handed up back row by Serrato. Set for Chintala. She catches a piece of the hands, and the dig will go into the stands. That's 8 kills for Whitney Chintala. Timeout by the Merino Rams as the Fleming Wildcats hold a 10-5 lead in set number 2.
Kuski Oil Company's got everything you need. Bulk delivery, gas, diesel, propane. Work with Kuski Oil Company. Proud supporters of our area student athletes. Call 970-886-2121.
You mentioned the Merino Rams only had 6 giveaways in their match earlier today. In the match against Briggsdale last night, the Merino Rams only had a dozen. Wow. So, you know, you have...
They're about to match their 2-match total.
Yeah, in this match alone. And we're not even halfway through the second set. They played such clean volleyball through the quarterfinals and the semifinals, but that shows you the tenacity of this Fleming team.
The other thing that has stood out to me, we've mentioned it prior to that Sangre de Cristo match, Merino averages 20.8 digs per set. They have not established very many long rallies. Their back row play has not lived up to the level that it set during the course of the regular season.
Merino Rams trailed the Fleming Wildcats 10-5 out of their timeout. Fleming will keep the serve with Sam Pope. Little 4-0 run on her serve. Fielded back row by Tasia Conger. Set down the middle for McKenna Suter off the block of the net. Nice dig up by Schlieser. Bumps that up, and an attack will be rolled short by Whitney Chintala. Quick second touch. Back by Faye Trinkle. Nice up by Fleming. Again, Chintala. She goes line. Finds the corner for another kill. That is 5 consecutive points scored by Whitney Chintala. She is up to 9 kills in this match.
Merino's got to find a way to answer that.
Sam Pope up 11-5. Whistles the serve deep. Fielded by Faye Trinkle. Back row. Set over in short. Up by Serrato. Set to the pin for Chintala. She is blocked back. That's how you answer somebody that really hasn't played a factor through the first 2. Taryn Goss closed the pin. Denied her that line.
On the 2A side, Wiggins leads 1-0, and they're up 13-6 over Sedgco en route to their first state title.
Serve will be lined down the middle, fielded by Chintala, who pushes it deep onto the back line for a kill. We have played 18 points in this set. Whitney Chintala is responsible for 6 of them.
Wow. That's a third.
That's a third. Math. Line down the middle from Kendall Kirkwood on the serve, up 12-6. Into the net goes the attack of McKenna Suter for another Ram giveaway. Kendall Kirkwood will continue with the serve. She's the only senior on this Fleming Wildcat roster. 10-foot line swing for Faye Trinkle. Nice split of the back row, and Faye Trinkle will pick up the kill, her third of the match.
See if that kill improves the body language of this Merino squad. There were a lot of slumped shoulders and hung heads moments ago.
13-7, still early in this second set. Knife down the middle on the serve from McKenna Suter. Set for Trinkle, or for Conger, off the block of Trinkle. Back flat free will come over from Kendall Kirkwood, handed up by Briggs. Set for Trinkle on the pin. She tried to catch the hands yanked down, and she fired it too big and out. And danger, Will Robinson. Here comes Callie Kirkwood, who's yet to record a kill in this one. Whitney Chintala, such a huge front row rotation. And Callie Kirkwood, who's nearing 50 kills in this tournament, is now in the front row. Tasia Conger, who's already over 50 kills in this tournament, powers it too big and out. She was looking for her 10th kill of this match. 15-7 Fleming in the second set. And an ace for Whitney Chintala.
A receive error there just keeps mounting the errors for Merino in this second set.
8th error of this set for the Rams. Half the points that Fleming has scored. Set for a 10-foot line swing from Conger. Wung up by Kendall Kirkwood. Popped up high and a free ball over by Callie Kirkwood. Chased down near the back line by Briggs for the Rams. Set for Conger. She'll roll it dead center on Chintala. Bump set. Kendall Kirkwood sets up Callie Kirkwood too wide and out. For Callie Kirkwood, still in search of her first kill in this second set. 16-8. Yes. Back to serve goes Faith Trinkle. She'll pop it dead center on Zoe Vandenberg. Set to Callie Kirkwood. She'll tool the block at the net and pick up her 5th kill of the match.
And after that rotation was so effective for them with Faith Trinkle back to serve, they have not been able to turn her serve into any sort of run.
Maddie Harms with the serve. She's had a good several runs already in this match. Left-handed tip. Actually, it was a 2-hit violation on the set for Maddie Suter. Either way, it was Fleming points as Fleming blocked back the left-handed tip. They're up by double digits, 18-8 in this second set, looking to go up 2-0, and another timeout taken by the Merino Rams.
This timeout brought to you by Coons Pump and Well Supply. You can count on Coons Pump and Well for all your domestic livestock irrigation and windmill repairs. Call your groundwater professionals in Atwood at 970-522-2035.
I have to shout out Doug Camry because he never gets too high and he never gets too low. You know, they're up 18-8 in this second set, or the defending state champions. And he's in the huddle. Hey, good job, guys. You're doing a good job. Now, please focus on this.
Right.
You know, and I can imagine he's probably only talking about that loud.
Right.
You know, he's not out here yelling.
He does not yell.
Yeah. And I think that shows just such an influence on this Fleming team when you're in such a frenetic atmosphere like we are for this state volleyball tournament.
And two polar opposites. I don't think Kristen Suter has sat down since this match started, and she's constantly providing insight from the sideline, smiling, yelling, bringing up her girls as best she can. I don't think Doug Camry has left his seat since this match began.
18-8, serve will be knocked down the far side, fielded back row by the Merino Rams, and a ball spun deep, and that was just a free ball by McKenna Suter and miscommunication for the Fleming Wildcats. Merino has to use this because Fleming doesn't make many mistakes.
Not especially during this state championship match, they have not.
As Amanda Thorpe will have the serve. Down 18-9. Thorpe will tumble it near side on Whitney Chintala. Set, Callie Kirkwood, big hammer, nice dig up by Faye Trinkle, backslide for Conger, she turns it back, beautiful dig up by Kendall Kirkwood, swatted back down, chased down by Chintala and freed over. Quick set down the middle, Conger wanted it too much and just rifled it into the net.
That was the kind of rally you expected to see in this match.
Great digs by both sides on that rally as Serrata will take the serve for Fleming, up 19-9. Roll shot will be played deep by Taryn Goss. Back set near side, Callie Kirkwood missed time to approach, so she'll just free it down the line. Conger will turn, tip it over the Kirkwood double, and find the floor. That is kill number 10 in the match for Tasia Conger.
I mean, it is worth noting that Merino was down 16-9 against Briggsdale in the third set last night and put up a 10-0 run, so...
Yep. Conger back with the serve. She'll power it down the near side. Fielded by Schaefer, set for Callie Kirkwood. And Callie Kirkwood collects her second kill of the rotation. So your outside hitters on their 2 rotations through, we're 1 full rotation through for each of them, have collected 8 kills and 1 hitting error in this set, 30 points in. And a service error by Lainey Schleiser, who serves in Callie Kirkwood's spot.
Again, this is where you have to take advantage of your Merino. Callie's now off the floor, sitting on the bench.
Serve from Maddie Suter, mishandled back row, and the senior will pick up an ace for the Merino Rams. 20 aces in the first 2 matches in this tournament for Merino. That's just their second in this championship affair. Ball comes caroming onto the floor from the 5A court, and the whistle on the 5A court to end the point was actually thought to be the whistle to start the point here on the 1A. So they'll reserve. Mishandled dig by Schaefer. Faye Trinkle gets up and wins the joust against Kendall Kirkwood.
Right now, Faith Trinkle, Maddie Suter, those 2 need to step up. They're your senior leaders on the floor. They've got to try to bring this team back.
Maddie Suter powering the serve deep, handed up back row by Maddie Serrano. Set for Chintala, she'll spin it short. Nice up on the first touch by the setter, Maddie Suter, to throw the ball to Faith Trinkle, and she'll fire it to the near corner for the kill. 20-14, Merino's clawed back to within 6 in this second set. Serve will be flown down the near side. Schleiser, nice up. Kirkwood set, Chintala swing, Chintala kill. That's 10 in the match, 11 in the match for Whitney Chintala.
I know it's easy to say because the ball's not whistling in my direction, but Tasia Conger didn't need to touch that ball. It was ticketed to head out.
Yeah, she got a little overzealous trying to keep the rally going. 21-14. Serve fielded back row by Thorpe, set for a roll off the block of the net for McKenna Suter, set for Chintala. She'll spin it deep up by Thorpe back row. Set for Conger, and she is blocked back by Kendall Kirkwood. Kendall's 3rd block of the set. Fleming has 4 points put down on their block. 22-14. Serve lined into the net by Sam Pope.
Several times in the last 4 or 5 possessions, Fleming has ended their own rally and given Merino an opportunity to claw back, but Merino has yet to really take advantage of those free chances.
Serve will be flown down the middle, fielded by Zoe Vandenbark. Mistimed approach, and a free ball over by Chintala for Fleming. Set for Trinkle, she'll turn, nice roll shot, diving dig up by Whitney Chintala back onto the Ram side. McKenna Suter set back, and she was in the net on her swing. So another giveaway for the Merino Rams.
The net violations in this ball game have been perhaps the most surprising of all.
13 giveaways in this set. 23-15. Free ball over near the 10-foot line. Up by Chintala. Backs up for Chintala. She'll swat it short. Up by Conger. Quick down the middle. McKenna Suter nicely using the block of Maddie Harms for the kill. It's the 5th kill of the match for McKenna Suter. Nikki Edgarian on the front row for the Merino Rams in that 1 rotation to provide additional 6-foot-plus blocking. Serve powered down the near side on Zoe Vandenbark. Kendall Kirkwood sets for Maddie Serrato, trying to roll it around Edgar. Conger on the second touch, pushes it back on Kendall Kirkwood. Chintala sets up Kendall Kirkwood, diving one-arm dig up by Briggs. Then Trinkle trying to roll it through, gets blocked back by Maddie Harms. And to set points at 24-16 on the 5th block of the set for the Fleming Wildcats.
8 set points for Fleming.
Whitney Chintala to serve to put the Wildcats up 2-0. Fielded by Suter, back row. Pop back near side by Conger. Chase down in a free ball back over for Fleming. Run up back row by Briggs. Bump set from Maddie Suter to Conger. Blocked back by Maddie Harms again. Harms goes back-to-back to end the set, and Fleming is up 2-0, 25-15, 25-16. Can they finish it off in a sweep? Third set, 1A State Volleyball Championship next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. It's a 2-0 lead for the Fleming Lady Wildcats over the Merino Lady Rams as we welcome you back on the Eastern Plains Sports Network to the 1A Volleyball State Championship. Our coverage brought to you by Kuntz Pump and Well Supply. Count on them for all your domestic livestock irrigation and windmill repair. Call 970-522-2035. 25-15, 25-16. The Merino Rams will start with the serve in the third set and try to find a way to eliminate the giveaways. They have given away 25 points on errors through the first two sets. That's half of the total points that the Merino Rams have scored in the match have been given to them on mistakes by the Merino Rams. The serve will be in the hands of the freshman, McKenna Suter. It'll be fielded near side by Whitney Chintala. 10-foot line swing for Chintala will be toppled deep. Mishandled back row, scramble to keep it in play. He'll get a good swing out of it, and the piece of the hand was caught by Tasia Conger for her 11th kill, and for the first time in this match, the Merino Rams will win the first point of a set. 1-0 with the advantage. McKenna Suter's serve fielded near side by Chintala. Back set for Chintala. Big swing. Popped the block at the net and picked up the kill. She has a dozen. That gives her 40 in this state volleyball tournament. That gives Kendall Kirkwood 3,240 assists on her career. Serve from Chintala. Fielded back row at 1-all. Trinkle nicely swung into the block at the net. And Faye Trinkle picks up kill number 5. You've got good balance from Merino offensively. 10 kills between Suter and Trinkle. 11 for Conger. You have 12 for Whitney Chintala and 6 for Callie Kirkwood. It's the giveaways that are the difference right now. 2-1 Rams. Callie Kirkwood is blocked at the net by Tasia Conger. Freed back over off the block by Kendall Kirkwood. Free ball punched back over by Faye Trinkle as the Rams couldn't use it. Harms will set. Shanked the attack, dig Callie Kirkwood into the net. And a 3-1 advantage for the Merino Rams. Faith Trinkle with the serve. She'll try to get a run on her service. Fielded by Zoe Vandenbark. Set for Callie Kirkwood. No touch on the swing at the net. Callie Kirkwood with her second hitting error of the set. She had 2 through the first 2 sets combined. And a 4-1 Merino Ram advantage, hands down their largest lead of the match. Faith Trinkle pops the serve near side. Checked up high, back row by Callie Kirkwood. Callie is set far pin. Roll shot played on Briggs, the libero for the Rams. Set for Thorpe. She'll dump it down the near line on the Wildcat setter in Kendall Kirkwood. Free ball back over by Whitney Chintala. Backslide, roll shot for Conger over the top of the block. Nice sliding dig up by Zoe Vandenbark. Set it for Serrato. She'll swat it through and deep. Up quickly by McKenna Suter. Blocked back by Serrato. Kept up for the Rams. Conger down the middle. She'll nestle it in on the back line. Tasia Conger has a dozen kills to tie the match lead. And the Merino Rams are putting some pressure on the Fleming Wildcats in this third set in a do-or-die set for the 3 seed. Faith Trinkle will have the serve. Trinkle will tumble in near side. Ball be dug up high, back row. 10-foot line swing will come for Callie Kirkwood. Nice off speed to try and get it down, but the Rams scurry and get it back over. Set over the net by Kendall Kirkwood. Swatted back onto the Wildcat side. Callie Kirkwood will set it to the corner. Run down backside by McKenna Suter. Maddie Suter sets it up for Conger. Conger trying to avoid the block. Tops it into the tape and ends the run for the Merino Rams. Their largest run in quite a while. Definitely in this match, as the runs have largely gone to this player, Maddie Harms with the serve, and she picks up an ace on her first serve in this one to make it 5-3. Ball went rolling up the entryway into the Broadmoor World Arena as Harms will, she'll pick up another ace. The Merino Rams could never control that, and Maddie Suter trying to get a third touch becomes entwined in all the power cords at the chassa table. So who knows if anything is still functioning over there. The back-to-back aces for Maddie Harms. She'll knock it down the far side. Suter will set it up for Conger. Roll shot short. Played it on Kendall Kirkwood. Callie Kirkwood sets Whitney Chintala. Off the hands of Conger at the net. Bump set up and Conger will turn. She'll roll it back up the block and find the floor for the kill. 13 kills in the match for Tasia Conger. The Merino Rams out to a 6-4 advantage in this third. Amanda Thorpe will take the serve. And Thorpe will look to see if she can't get a run akin to what Faith Trinkle just got to give the advantage to Merino. Nice play off the misreceive for Fleming, swatted down by Conger. That's 14 kills in this tournament, and a 7-4 advantage for Merino as they try to stave off a runner-up finish here in 2021. Thorpe flying it down the middle, fielded by Chintala. Kirkwood to Kirkwood. Callie with the kill. Matching her jersey number with her 7th of this one. Merino still leads 7-5, and Maddie Serrato with the serve. Will be tumbled down the far side. Misplayed back row set for Conger. Nicely pushed through the block at the net for 8th kill of the match.
That was an exceptional adjustment by the setter off that bad receive to be able to bump set Tasia Conger like that.
Conger is becoming Tasia Conger again with 5 kills already in the first 13 points of this third set. Chintala will bump set. Callie Kirkwood rolls it short. Up quickly by Conger. Set down the middle for McKenna Suter. And McKenna Suter is too big and out for the hitting error. Laney Schleiser on to serve. Schleiser tops tape and it falls on the Wildcat side.
Looks like Merino has found a way to cut down on the miscues in this third set.
Serve will be fluttered down the near side. Schleiser will free it over right into the radar zone of McKenna Suter, and she'll power it to the floor. And a timeout by the Fleming Wildcats. This is the first timeout in this match used by Doug Cameron, and just his second timeout in the entire tournament. He only used one timeout in that set that they lost against Simla, and his team figured it out.
Timeout brought to you by Pete's Farmers Co-op, a rich history dating back more than 100 years with grain services and bulk feed. Call 970-334-2204. You talked about the level-headedness of Doug Camry and the even tone of Camry. The minute the team was in the huddle, the first words out of his mouth, I watched him say, "You're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah.
We're fine." Like, there was no hesitation in telling these girls, guys, it's okay. Yeah, you're down 10-6. You're up 2-0.
And really, that's, I think, what makes him such a great coach is, as we've talked about it before, if he's with Lisa Shoemaker, if he's going to ask you to do something, if he tells you something, you believe it implicitly. Out of the timeout, Rams up 10-6. Serve via to back row. Set for Pope. She'll topple it deep. Via to by Thorpe. High up back row into the net. Ball kept in play. And Trinkle will free it over. Schleiser up quickly. Set to the pin for Whitney Chintala. She is turned back by the block of Goss at the net. Then Kendall Kirkwood nearly blocked back by McKenna Suter. Back row swing for Conger. She'll find the floor for the kill.
There was that back row play by the Merino Rams that carried them through this tournament and the bulk of the regular season as well. Able to force another long rally. Serve will be with McKenna Suter. It'll be powering back on, or that's Maddie Suter to Maddie Serrato. There's 3 Maddies on the floor. Fielded back, row by Thorpe on the free ball for the Fleming Wildcats. Up by Laney Schleiser. Kendall Kirkwood will set to Whitney Chintala. She is turned back on the block at the net by Goss. And Taryn Goss already has 2.5 blocks in this match. After being a virtual non-factor, she'd get touches but wasn't scoring points through the first 2 matches. Suter with the serve. Fielded by Serrato, back row. Set over the net by Kendall Kirkwood. Faith Trinkle with the cross. It'll be chased up high by Whitney Chintala, who frees it over. And a 2-hit violation on the set. On that last block by Goss, it's almost as if Whitney has become a little too predictable on her approach, and the block knows exactly where they need to be. She's got to mix it up if she wants to get around that.
13-6 Merino lead. Kirkwood sets for Whitney Chintala, and in the net was the Merino Ram block. The setting error on the point previous for Fleming is just the second ball handling error of the tournament. Wow, for Kendall Kirkwood.
She's as steady Eddie as they come.
Serve will come from Sam Pope. She knocks it far side, fielded by Trinkle. Back row swing. Conger crawls the net court up by Serrato. 10-foot line bump free will come over from Whitney Chintala, handed up by Conger. Back row. Thorpe keeps it in play, and a bump free will be dumbled back over by McKenna Suter. Set to the 10-foot line. Roll shot played by Conger. Diving dig up. Free ball be spun back over in short by Conger. Up high quickly. Runner up. 10-foot line swing from Chintala. Diving one-arm dig up by Thorpe. Crawls back onto the Fleming side. Up by Kendall Kirkwood, who's set by Whitney Chintala. She'll dump it back row. Another one-arm dig up by Thorpe. They can't keep it in play. Oh, my God.
Fleming was just abusing that back right corner because Thorpe kept transitioning back towards the middle of the court, and so Fleming kept pushing the ball that direction. Finally, she wasn't able to close the gap quickly enough.
Rams up 13-8, fielding the serve. The dig free right into the radar zone of Kendall Kirkwood. She says, okay, fourth kill of the match.
It's scary when your setter possesses that kind of size and that kind of ability.
Pope on a little run of service after failing to get a serve in through the first two sets. Conger with a nice swing. She'll end it, picking up her 17th kill of the match. Tasia Conger and her team are down 2-0. They're up 14-9 here in the third, and she has 17 kills.
She's not going to let this team go down without a fight, that's for darn sure.
65 kills in this tournament. And Briggs will come on to serve. Fielded back row by Chintala. Chintala is set. Big hammer in for the kill. She's got 13 kills. Hands down her largest performance of this tournament. Serve will be fired down the middle. Popped up quickly. Dug free back onto the Wildcat side.
And it pulled Sam Pope into the net, so she gets tagged with the net violation. No, check that. That can't be Sam Pope.
That was Maddie Harms.
Maddie Harms. That was a 3 and a 5, not a 2 and a 5.
15-10 Merino lead. McKenna Suter back to serve, looking to get Merino a set and back into this match. Set for Chintala. She'll roll shot it down the line. Up by McKenna Suter. Maddie Suter bumps that Faye Trinkle off speed into the block of the net. Wing swing comes from Chintala. Back down the middle comes Conger. She's swatted over by Chintala again. Trinkle will set Conger. She'll power the swing. Did she catch the block? Yes, she did. A scramble kill for the Merino Rams.
That was a whole lot of scrambling on both sides.
Edgar in on the front row. Serve crawls the net cord from Suter. Set near side. Free ball popped deep from Whitney Chintala. Maddie Suter sets up Tasia Conger. Huge hammer for the kill.
And that was all set up because McKenna Suter went back to play that ball and realized her libero, Ryan Riggs, was back there and let Briggs take that ball, and that allowed the offense to get set up properly.
17-10 lead for Merino on the 9th kill of the set. For Tasia Conger, free ball be spun over by Serrato, handed up by Trinkle. Set to Trinkle on the pin. She'll turn off speed deep. Chased up high by Schleicher. Turn dump set over the net by Kendall Kirkwood. Trinkle will set for Conger. She powers it deep. It comes spinning towards us, and another kill out of system for the Merino Rams as Faye Trinkle set up the beautiful swing.
Timeout taken by Fleming. They burn their second timeout of the set, and it's brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. They understand production ag, and they've been serving our local communities for more than 100 years. Locations in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke. Call 970-522-2330.
Well, Merino finally figured out what they were doing. So I said it, well, you were out 20 ways through the first two sets.
Wow.
For the Merino Rams. In this set, the Merino Rams have the blocking error, and they have 2 hitting errors. And then, obviously, a pair of receive errors. So 4 points given away, and that's it.
Wow.
When you were averaging 12.5 through the first 2 sets, you've cut that by a third.
And you and I both said you cut that number in half even.
Yeah.
And it's a whole different ball game. To cut it by that much, you're down to a third of what you were averaging in the first 2 sets. We could very well be on our way to a 5-setter if Merino continues this turnaround.
Serve is just too long and out for the Merino Rams out of the timeout. So the timeout for Fleming paid dividends. Now Whitney Chintala needs a good run on service to get Fleming back in this to try and win it in a sweep. Serve deep, fielded by Maddie Suter. Trinkle is set. Now McKenna fielded it, Maddie set it, and Trinkle put it to the floor, senior to senior.
That was a perfect swing from Suter, or from Trinkle, as she recognized where the lane was down the middle of the defense.
She gives herself the serve. She had a 5-0 run on service early in this set. She'll tumble it down the near side, fielded by Callie Kirkwood. Kendall set Callie, big swing.
Did it catch a Merino arm? It did not.
It didn't. Just out of the way went McKenna Suter.
That's a sigh of relief if you're McKenna Suter, because she nearly cost her team a point.
20-11. Trinkle will spin it down the near side, handed up by Callie Kirkwood. Vandenbark will bump set for Callie. She'll free it deep. Chopped up high, back row by McKenna Suter. Maddie Suter sets up Conger, nicely dug up high by the Fleming Wildcats, and a 2-hit violation as both Harms and Callie Kirkwood went to set it. And one of them got tagged with a 2-touch. 21-11.
I think that was technically a 4-touch.
Right. 4 different hands touched it 4 different ways. Serve deep from Trinkle, fielded back row, set for Callie Kirkwood. She will run it and try and stay out of the net. She can't.
Her momentum just carried her too far. It's hard to stop that 6-foot frame when it's moving at full speed.
3-0 run for Faye Trinkle on her service. She's now won 50 points on serve in this tournament. Faye Trinkle serve spun near side, mishandled back row by Callie Kirkwood, and a bump free over by Whitney Chintala. Spins it too wide and out. Another giveaway for the Fleming Wildcats.
It's 10-9 Wiggins on the 2A court. They lead it 2-0 over the Sedgeco Cougars.
23-11, Merino 2 away from sending us to a fourth. A knuckler by Faye Trinkle, near side, fielded by Chintala, set for Callie Kirkwood. She'll roll it short, ball handed up, 10-foot line swing off the block. Yes, off the block and out for a kill for Tasia Conger. She has 21 kills through 3 sets and a baker's dozen of set points to send us to a fourth for the Rams. Trinkle flying in near side, mishandled by Harms, chased down by Kendall Kirkwood, and a free ball popped over by Whitney Chintala. 10-foot line up by Conger. Set Suter for Conger off the block. Nice up by Zoe Vandenbark. Chased down and a free ball be pumped over by Kendall Kirkwood. Popped up high, back row by Faye Trinkle. Backslide for Conger. Off speed swing into the block at the net from Callie Kirkwood. Run up on the front row by Thorpe, who will get the swing back, and she'll find the floor to end the set. So we're headed to a fourth after a convincing Merino win, 25-11 in the third. We would expect absolutely nothing less. It's the 1A State Volleyball Championship on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to set number 4 after Merino dominates the third 25-11. Fleming still leads 2-1. 1A Volleyball Championship at the Broadmoor World Arena in Colorado Springs. I'm Ben Blecha. He's Bull Brom. Whitney Chintala starting with the serve for Fleming. In this fourth set, Tasia Conger will fire it off the block at the net. Diving dig up by the Rams, and Conger will roll it short. Played it on Kendall Kirkwood, set to a flat free. It'll be popped off the block at the net by Callie Kirkwood, trying to keep it in play where the Merino Rams, but could not, and Callie Kirkwood tabulates her 8th kill of to kick off this set. The team that's won the first point of the set has won every set in this match. I don't know if that's a fact here.
I don't know if that's a thing.
10-foot line swing for Faye Trinkle. She'll chip the block at the net and pick up Trinkle with her 7th of the match. Once she got rolling, it was a different story for this Merino team.
I will say Merino appears to have a tad more energy right now than Fleming does in terms of intensity, despite Fleming having a 2-1 lead.
Trinkle picks up an ace for the Merino Rams, her 2nd of the match. She has now won 54 points on her serve in this state volleyball tournament. 2-1 advantage for the Rams, looking to force a 5th set. Trinkle will spin in near side on Zoe Vandenbark. Set for Callie Kirkwood, big power deep, high up back row by McKenna Suter. 10-foot line swing for Conger, nestles it into the near corner. That is now 22 kills for Tasia Conger.
7 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska. Rudy's Tires is there to help you out no matter where you are. Roll with Rudy's Tires online at rudystires.com.
Rams up 3-1 in this fourth set very early on. Serve will barely clear the net for Faye Trinkle. Dig right into the radar zone of Conger once, twice. She tries to knock it down. Dug out by both Harms and Chintala. Then Callie Kirkwood gets a swing and rifles it to the floor for her 9th kill of the match. The Fleming Wildcats need to start earning some points early in this set because that puts the pressure back on the Merino Rams. So serve will be spun down the middle by the Fleming Wildcats. Freed back over for the Merino Rams. Serrato sets Kirkwood too wide and out.
Merino cut their errors by 2/3 in that third set en route to that 25-11. Meanwhile, Fleming, the opposite, they started to increase their number of errors and giveaways.
Amanda Thorpe, who won some points on service early in that third set, will take the service once again. Mishandled back row by Schaefer and a bump free played over by Pope. Run up high back row by McKenna Suter. Set for Conger. She now has 23 kills in this match. 332 on the season and 82 in this tournament.
The angle she got on that crosser was almost defied geometry.
Yeah. 5-2 advantage for the Rams as they look to send us to a fifth set. Thorpe will power it deep, handed up high, back row by Chintala. Set it up for Callie Kirkwood. She shanked it. It crawled around the block at the net. Back row swing, spun in. Alert play by a freshman there. That's not something a freshman does very often in McKenna Suter, just to recognize where to play the ball.
You mentioned when Merino struggled in that last set against Briggsdale that McKenna Suter played like a freshman in that third set. She kind of played like a freshman in the first 2 sets. That was not a freshman play there.
6-2 advantage. Mishandle on the serve. Back row for Chintala. Ball be popped up high and back onto the Rams side. Set for a roll shot for Conger, and she'll find the floor.
The timing of Merino has gotten so much better in these last 2 sets as Coach Camry is going to take a timeout for Fleming. Tasia Conger has recognized when to time those tips, when to time those swings based on the block. She has figured out when Callie Kirkwood is going to go up for the block, and it has made her even more dangerous than she was even coming into this match tonight.
So coming into this match, Merino was playing for their 11th ever state championship. Fleming looking for their 8th of the last 15 years, and obviously 8th ever as they'd only been here one time, back in 1981. I went thinking back through my brain, because it exists. A scary proposition, I know. Fleming's never won a 5-set championship here at the state tournament. They lost in 06 to Kit Carson. They lost in 2011 to Otis. All of their championships they've won in 3 or 4. They can't afford to go to a 5th set against Merino, not the way they're heating up. Thorpe with the serve, fielded back row by Chintala, set for Callie Kirkwood. Big hammer, chased down far side by Trinkle, kept in play by Goss, and a free ball over, up quickly by Chintala. Kendall to Callie. Callie will swat it deep, chased up high, back row, turned dump set over the net by Maddie Suter. Kept up by Kendall. Callie will set Whitney. She'll spin it deep up on Thorpe. 10-foot line swing for Conger. Big roll shot, chased up high by Chintala. Set for Callie Kirkwood, and Callie Kirkwood will get her 10th kill of the match with a tool.
She caught just the very ends of the fingertips of the block. If that block gets the hands down a second later, that's a hitting error.
7-3 advantage in favor of the Merino Rams, and how about a 25th kill for Tasia Conger?
Remember that 35 kills we saw out of Caitlin Rector from Simla? Tasia Conger may threaten to match that or eclipse it.
Yeah, no doubt about that as she'll fire it down the middle. Hopped up high, back row by Schaefer. Back set for Callie Kirkwood. She'll spin it deep on Conger. Set for a big swing from the freshman in McKenna Suter, and the set didn't get high enough for her to get the big swing on it.
It's 8-4 Merino. Fleming's got to take advantage of what has become a rare miscue for the Merino Rams in these last 2 sets.
8-4 advantage for Merino. Serve from Lainey Schleiser. Set down the middle for a roll shot from Goss. And man, Taryn Goss picks up her first kill of the match, but she has 2.5 blocks. She's got a lot of other touches. She's even got some digs as a middle, and that's pretty exciting. She's really starting to add more depth to this Merino team.
That's a scary proposition.
9-4 serve comes from Maddie Suter, set to the pin for Whitney Chintala. I don't think she cleared the net. They say she did. It was blocked down, so the block will go to the credit of McKenna Suter. And a 10-4 lead for the Rams as they look to force a fifth set. Serve will be tumbled down the near side, fielded by Lainey Schleiser. Set for a runner for Whitney Chintala. I don't know that she cleared the net, but the officials say she did. It was blocked and then freed over. Trinkle will spin it short up by Chintala. Kendall Kirkwood sets for Chintala. She'll roll it back corner. Sliding dig out by Thorpe backside. 10-foot line swing for Conger, and she'll top it into the net.
Whitney Chintala, despite how good she's been, looks like she's losing a little bit of oomph in this fourth set. Just doesn't quite have the same gas as she did earlier.
10-5 advantage for the Rams as they field the serve from Sam Pope. Roll shot nestled into the near side by Faith Trinkle. Faith Trinkle will pick up her 8th kill of the match. And Zoe Vandenbark in on the back row after what was a very good start on service from Sam Pope. Trinkle just made the most of it. She played like a senior right there.
That's exactly what you need to do.
11-5 lead for the Merino Rams. Looking to force a fifth set. Fielded by Serrato on the serve. Chintala down the middle. She'll pop it back line. Run up high by Briggs. Set for a big swing off the block. At the net goes McKenna Suter for the kill. Her 8th of the match.
And there it is. McKenna Suter, we said you need that B to go with Tasia Conger's A. She's starting to take over that spot.
Serve will be line near side. Vandenbark will receive it. Nice swat set over the net by Kendall Kirkwood. Set for Trinkle. Cross near side on Zoe Vandenbark. Set to the pin for Whitney Chintala. She'll find hands on the big swing at the net for the kill. She now has 14 in the match for the Fleming Lady Wildcats.
That's the kind of pop we saw from Whitney in the first two sets that have been lacking in these last two.
Rams lead 12-6, but Kendall Kirkwood will have the serve.
Wiggins 2 points away from a state title on the 2A court. They're up 23-20 in the third.
Kendall Kirkwood powers the serve far side on McKenna Suter. Back set for Faye Trinkle. She'll roll it toward the near corner. Run up by Kendall Kirkwood and a bump free over by Harms. Played near the back line by Briggs for the Rams. Set down the middle. McKenna Suter tries to crawl the net cord. Shanked it. Or did she catch the block? They say she caught the block. Whitney Chintala and Maddie Harms were up to block, and the Rams will get the kill from McKenna Suter as a result of the call. Now the officials are going to get together to confirm this. I'm not certain it cleared the net.
I'm not sure it did either, and I'm not sure the near line judge in front of us actually saw whether or not it cleared the net.
I mean, we're sitting in shots, so we don't have the best view. R1 and R2 do. And
Wiggins has just won a state title on the 2A side. First ever state title in Wiggins history. The Tigers celebrating on the floor. They downed Sedgwick County in 3 sets, winning the final 25-21.
As that happened, the call was overturned, so the point goes to Fleming, down 12-7. Faye Trinkle rolling near side, up by Schleiser. Set to the 10-foot line for Chintala. Big on. Yep, she caught a piece of the block. And Whitney Chintala will have her 15th kill of the match.
Kristen Suter goes, of course.
It did change direction on the swing, so I'm not doubting that call, but it was a small touch. Set for McKenna Suter. She'll tumble it deep. Quick set back for Whitney Chintala. She'll push it through. Dig free up. Harms will swat it back down. Again dug by Conger, who's set out of the back row. She'll clip the block at the net, and it whistles over the head of Lainey Schleiser. She was in perfect position to field it.
Until it caught the block.
Yeah, got altered.
She came up. She was going to field that one perfectly, and it got popped up and luckily cleared her head. Otherwise, she wears it off the forehead.
13-8 lead for the Merino Rams. Serve from Maddie Suter. Set near side for Whitney Chintala. The junior does not want to lose this match. She'll give herself the serve.
That was an aggressive swing going long.
She's found some extra energy as she'll pop the serve short. Fielded by Briggs, back row. Throw the set to Conger. She'll bang it into the block of the net, handed up. Set for Trinkle. She'll roll it deep. Faye Trinkle will find the floor for the kill.
I know we got a long way to go, and Marino's only up 5, 14-9. But this fourth set feels like it's going Merino's way. And it feels like a fifth set is lurking.
Yeah, they're not as dominant as they were in the third, but they're definitely inching away in this one. Fleming needs to quell this right now. Nice receive by Vandenberg. There's your queller in Callie Kirkwood. Callie Kirkwood has 10 kills, joining Whitney Chintala in double figures. And Maddie Harms will take the serve. She's had some nice service runs in this match.
Merino needs to get out of this rotation as quickly as possible.
They'll get aided by a horrendous service error for Maddie Harms. It was nowhere near.
Which is tough because you mentioned she's been at the service line in this one.
Yeah, she just puckered a little bit in a tense moment. 15-10. Serve from Thorpe, powering deep on Schaefer. Set for a swat over by Callie Kirkwood. 10-foot line swing for Conger. Beautiful up by Chintala. Back onto the Rams side, though, and it's stuffed down by Taryn Gus.
Here's the difference right now, Ben, in this fourth set. Marino's swinging with authority. Fleming is tipping and roll shotting right now.
16-10 as Rams try to force a fifth set here in the 1A championship. Serve will be spun down the middle, hopped up high, back row, and a free ball swatted over by Callie Kirkwood. 10-foot line up by Trinkle. Turn dump over the net by Conger on the second touch. Scramble to keep it in play. Suter will set it. Down the middle, Conger. Big swing, big kill. Wow. 27 kills in the match for Tasia Conger. That gives her 75 in the tournament.
That's an unreal number for a 3-game tournament. It's not like we've been here since Thursday of a regular state tournament bracket, and this is the 5th match of the tournament. This is the 3rd match they've played since yesterday, and she's up over 70 kills in those 3 matches. This time out brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to walk you through the insurance world. Call 842-4555.
I mentioned I've been coming to this state tournament for 17 years. And for players to average more than 7 kills in a set, I can't think of very many of them. Morgan Wilkening did it for Fleming back in 08. I would guess that Skylar Edelman and Danny Minch probably did it for Sterling in their 05 championship season. Maybe not because there were 2 of them there. And Essence Tolson for Otis doing it when they won it all in 2015. That's about it.
That is a very special kind of talent to average over 7 kills a set.
17-10, a 7-point lead for Merino out of Fleming's second time out here in the 4th. Serve handed up back row by Schaefer for the Fleming Wildcats, and a free ball over by Callie Kirkwood. Run up high by Faye Trinkle. Backslide. Big swing for Conger. Sliding dig out by Chintala. Back onto the Ram side. Swatted again by Conger. And then a dump back over by Callie Kirkwood. How about another swing for Conger? Goes off speed. Doug kept in play out of the net, but won't go over in 3. It's now 28 kills. That's 7 a set in this match for Tasia Conger, who had 9 last set, and she has collected 7 in this 4th set. 18-10 Rams. Serve will be lined into the net by Amanda Thorpe. Maddie Serrato, the freshman, to serve for the Fleming Wildcats, down 7. Fires it far side on McKenna Suter. Off the block at the net goes Taryn Goss. And a reactionary tip by Conger nearly crawled over it, spun down the line, a net cord, and fell on the Merino side. Serve will come again from Serrato, and she's too big and out. That was the right play, though.
Job by Amanda Thorpe just to make sure that nothing on her body touched that ball on the way out.
That's just the second service error of the 4th set for the Fleming Wildcats. Serve will be fielded back row by Schaefer and a spinner over deep from Chintala. Backside by Trinkle, set for a hammer through the block of the net and in for a kill for McKenna Suter. She is at 9 in the match.
The back row deficiencies for Fleming have reared their ugly head. They are not getting clean receives on the serve, and it is putting their offense behind the 8 ball.
Good receive that time for Schaefer as Kirkwood sets Kirkwood. Callie with the swing. It was headed out, and Tasia Conger jumped to touch it. The 11th kill of the match will go to Callie Kirkwood.
Again, it's really easy for you and I to sit here and say, well, that was headed out. Why'd you touch it? If you're in that situation, your instincts kick in, and your first thought is, I got to knock down this ball.
20-13 lead for the Merino Rams. Fleming will have the serve with Lainey Schleicher. Slid out back row by Thorpe. Set for a 10-foot line swing off the block of the net by McKenna Suter. Set for Suter again. She'll roll it short. Up by Serrato. Set far side. Kendall Kirkwood will go for Whitney Chintala with the big swing and the kill. 17th of the match for Whitney Chintala. 45 over the 3 matches they played in this state tournament. Schleicher will pop it short. Popped up high back row by Thorpe. Set for Conger. Big power. Pings the block at the net and picks up another kill. Mary Beth with a nice catch.
That was an exceptional catch by Mary Beth Skurjanik in the stands.
29 kills for Tasia Conger
she
in
gets
this
a high
match.
five from Lisa Shoemaker.
4 points away are the Rams from sending us to a 5th. Serve line down the middle. Fielded back row by Serrato. Set for Chintala off the block at the net. Handed up by Serrato. Chintala angles it over. Run up high by Trinkle. Set for Trinkle on the near pin. She'll ping the block at the net and pick up the kill. Double digits for Faye Trinkle in kills.
The energy has swayed in this one. It is all Merino right now.
Back to serve. Will go Maddie Suter. Suter powering in near side. Run up high. Ball be tumbled back deep from Whitney Chintala. Handed up by McKenna Suter. McKenna Suter through the block. Diving dig up by Schaefer. Set for Chintala and the tool kill. She has 5 in this set, 18 in the match. But Sam Pope's going to need another run of service like she had last time if Fleming's going to avoid the 5th set. 22-15 Merino. Serve will be fired down the middle. Popped up high back row by Thorpe. Set for Trinkle. She'll power it into the block of the net. Kept up on the Rams side. Back row swing for Conger. She'll roll it off the block. That is kill number 30 in 4 sets for Tasia Conger. And the Rams are up 23-15.
2 points away from a 5th set.
Ryan Briggs will serve for the Merino Rams. Briggs will fly it down the middle. Popped up high back row by Chintala. Slide to the pin. Off the block at the net goes Chintala. And she'll pick up the kill.
Tasia Conger nearly took out a poor photographer on the backside.
You got to be paying attention. Kendall Kirkwood will serve as she knocks it down the middle. Diving dig up back row by Briggs, but a second touch can't be got. That is an ace for Kendall Kirkwood for the Merino Rams, who had 17 aces coming into this match. Over the last 2 matches, they only have 5 in this one. Kirkwood spins it far side down, 23-17. Thorpe up, set down the middle. McKenna Suter crawls the net cord, and the dig goes into the 5A court, and the freshman gets her 10th kill of the match and puts the Merino Rams with 7 set points to send us to set number 5.
And that's 3 players in double figures for Merino.
R2's now having a conversation.
Why are they replaying the point?
Well, they wiped clean that 10th kill. I'm not really sure there. 23-17 again. And Kirkwood will serve it again. So we replay. Fielded back row by Briggs. Back set, won't matter. The kill still goes to McKenna Suter.
So it's still 24-17. The scoreboard still said 24-17.
And it's 7 set points for the Merino Rams on the serve of freshman McKenna Suter to send us to set number 5.
Nikki Edgar in on the front row for Merino.
And a line serve into the net by Maddie Suter. Will hand the serve to Whitney Chintala. 24-18. Serve will be fluttered down the far side. High up back row, McKenna Suter. Maddie Suter sets Tasia Conger. Ball handed up by Kendall Kirkwood and a free ball over by Callie Kirkwood. Run down back row by McKenna Suter again. They'll set Conger mid speed tip. She'll find the floor. And we head to set number 5. 25-18. Merino wins the 4th. It's first to 15 by 2 for the state championship. That's next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to set number 5 at the 1A Volleyball State Championships, tied at 2 sets apiece. Fleming winning the first 25-15 and 25-16. Merino winning sets 3 and 4, 25-11 and 25-18. I'm Ben Blecha. He's Bull Brom. Fleming who has won 7 state championships in the last 15 years, going for their 8th, has never won one in 5. The last time they were in 5 was 10 years ago when they blew a 2-0 lead against the Otis Bulldogs and lost in 5 sets. Meanwhile, Merino hasn't won a state title in 20 years and are looking for their 11th championship.
When you and I got here yesterday, we said we wanted a Merino Fleming state championship. We got that. When you and I were planning for tonight's championship, we said, let's make it a 5-setter. Let's make this as fun as possible. We got a 5-setter. So I guess we got what we wanted. Here we are. Merino and Fleming out to prove who's the best team in 1A, and this has been everything you could have in a state championship match.
Absolutely. Merino had so many giveaways in the first 2 sets, and Fleming was so good. Then all of a sudden, Merino wipes away their giveaways, and Fleming starts giving it points away. It's who's going to play it. Every point is worth 2 in this 5th set. Because you're playing a shortened set, you have to be in a good spot. Merino's not changing their rotation. Fleming is. Fleming starting in rotation 4. Merino starting in rotation 1. So Merino is going to have Tasia Conger early on the front row, while Fleming has changed to have Callie Kirkwood on the front row late and Whitney Chintala early. The officials at the table to ensure that everything is set because of that rotation change with Fleming. That's definitely confusing for the scorer. But it makes sense because you're starting at a different spot. You're not playing to 25. You're playing to 15.
Yep.
It'll also change the matchup of blockers. Tasia Conger will be in front of Whitney Chintala blockers, so how will that affect this one? Rams start with the serve in set number 5, and the serve will be fluttered deep by McKenna Suter. Popped up high, back row, 10-foot line swing for Callie Kirkwood, and she clips tape, and it falls on the Fleming side, and Merino wins the first point of set number 5.
You had said the first team to score had won the set. Well, that changed last set when Fleming scored first.
McKenna Suter powers the serve down the middle on Schaefer. Back set for Callie Kirkwood. She'll spin it deep. Handed up back row, McKenna Suter. Set for a big roll shot from Tasia Conger, who now has 32 kills in this match.
It just feels like right now, and you can't quantify momentum. It's not a stat or anything that you can look at and definitively say is a thing, but momentum is completely on Merino's side.
Callie Kirkwood set near side, her big power deep, dug up by Briggs, right back into the radar zone of Callie Kirkwood. She has a dozen for the Fleming Wildcats, and the 2-0 run is all Merino is afforded to start this 5th set. Lainey Schleiser will have the serve. Schleiser tumbles it over the net cord, handed up quickly by Faye Trinkle, set for Conger, big shot, slips onto the back line for her 33rd kill of the match.
That line judge was right on that line. She watched it the whole way in. Fleming wasn't happy with the call, but it stands nonetheless.
Faye Trinkle, who's won 56 points on her serve in this tournament, tries to make it 57, but a good scramble by Sam Pope to keep the misreceive in play. Back over Trinkle, fields it, back set Conger off the block of the net. Handed up on the front row by Pope. Back set and a roll shot deep for Chintala. Chased up high by Faye Trinkle, set for Conger down the middle, tip over the block. Handed up by Chintala and a bump free over by Schleiser, played to the back corner. Run down by Briggs. Suter will set. Conger will swing. Conger rolls tape. Chased down far side Chintala. And a bump free over for Fleming from Kendall Kirkwood. Handed up back row by Briggs. Set over the net by Maddie Suter. Played up high by Schleiser. Set for Chintala. She'll fire it onto the far line for the kill.
Lainey Schleiser gets the credit in that one because she saved not 1 but 2 balls in that rally to keep Fleming's hope alive in that scramble.
3-2 lead for Merino as Chintala just picked up her 20th kill of the match. Serve from Sam Pope will be fired far side on Briggs. Short set down the middle for Conger and another.
That 33 now?
34. Wow, for Tasia Conger.
She's 1 away from matching the total that Caitlin Rector had in the Simla Stratton Liberty match.
4-2 lead for the Merino Rams. Amanda Thorpe will have the serve. Thorpe will flutter it down the middle, handed up by Chintala, back row. Bump set and a free ball spun over by Chintala, chased up high, back row by Thorpe. Set quickly off the block at the net goes Conger. There's 35 kills in the match.
That was a 4-set win for Simla in which Rector got to 35. Partway through this 5th set, Conger matches her.
Serve will be spun by Thorpe down the middle, up quickly by Serrato. Back set near side, big swing, Chintala. Did she catch the block? No, she didn't. A hitting error and a second of the set for Fleming puts Merino up 6-2 in the fifth. Thorpe will fire the serve down the middle, up quickly by Chintala. Nice second swing, swat down for the kill. Kendall Kirkwood's first kill since the third set. The setter has 5 in the match and gives herself the serve.
Gotta need some heady plays like that to get back in this.
Kirkwood, short serve, sliding dig out, back row, McKenna Suter, Conger into the block. Nicely touched by Harms. Again, Conger, this time through the block of Harms and Chintala for kill number 36. The most by a 1A player in this state tournament. I can't speak for the other courts, but I'm betting it's probably the most by anybody in a match in this state tournament.
And it's only 7-3, which means 40 kills is not out of the realm of possibility.
She has the serve on the back line, topping in near side for Chintala. Runner up for Kendall Kirkwood, and Chintala will roll it deep. Chased up high by Thorpe, back row. Pro swing from Conger, chased up high by Schleiser into the radar zone of McKenna Suter. Again dug out by Schleiser. Back set near side, Chintala tips. Popped up high by McKenna Suter, who's set down the middle, but she shanks it into the net.
I don't know that there's there's not a thing such as a rally MVP, but twice now Schleiser has been the rally MVP for the Fleming Wildcats.
The DS for Callie Kirkwood takes a seat as she comes in on the front row. Serving is Chintala. Rams will free it back over, and the free fluttered over the block at the net, and Taryn Goss picks up her second kill of the match. A huge one in the fourth set, a huge one in the fifth set to put Merino up 8-4. Serve will be fired down the middle from Maddie Suter. Set for Callie Kirkwood. She'll bang it off the block at the net. A ball comes flying in on the near side, but not in play from the 5A court. Rams get a block from Trinkle, then a back row swing from Conger to free it over. Kirkwood will set. Callie will free it over. Far side Conger quickly up. Maddie Suter sets for McKenna Suter through the block of the net. Up quickly by Zoe Vandenbark. Set for Callie Kirkwood, and Callie Kirkwood rifles it to the floor. 8-5 lead for Merino. Fleming will hand the serve to Maddie Harms. 8 points, 1 on her service in this match. And Harms will look to serve Fleming back into this. Short top spin on Conger. They'll set down the middle. McKenna Suter. Ball dug up by Kirkwood. Chased down by Chintala, and then a bump free over by Fleming. Near side Thorpe. She'll chase it down. Set up Suter. Far side Trinkle off the block. Handed up by Conger once again. Conger will be set in the back row. She'll spin it deep. The dig coming back toward the stands, and Conger picks up kill number 37 on a scramble play for the Merino Rams to put them up 9-5 in set number 5.
That's just unreal talent.
Serve will be powered near side by Briggs, up quickly by Serrato. Set down the middle for Callie Kirkwood. Big power played on Conger. Scramble for the Rams. Conger out of the back row. She'll tumble it into the net.
It wasn't a great ball to get a swing off on, especially from the back row, but she didn't have many options at her disposal.
9-6 advantage for Merino. The freshman for Fleming, Maddie Serrato with the serve. She'll tumble it far side on McKenna Suter. Down the middle, Faith Trinkle splits the block and finds the floor, her 11th kill of the match. Timeout. Fleming Wildcats down 10-6 in this fifth set. And this fifth set is exactly what I think we expected all tournament long from these teams when they met. Just this seesaw back and forth. It's just a few miscues on the Fleming side that have given the slight edge to the Merino Rams.
Fleming comes to the huddle. Doug Camry pulls down his mask, looks at his team and says, "Are we having fun?"
Yes, Doug, I am having fun.
I don't know about you, Doug, but we certainly are. This has been everything we could ask for in a 1A state championship. I know the Fleming fans are not necessarily having fun at the moment with their team down 10-6 in this fifth set. Merino's fans are having a little more fun than they were in the first two sets. But from a broadcaster standpoint, without a doubt, this has been the funnest match we've covered at this entire tournament.
Can Fleming wipe clean the 5-set jinx, having never won a state title in a 5-set match? They're down 10-6. They need a run right now. Out of the timeout, the serve in the hands of Maddie Suter, the senior setter Not Maddie Suter. That's McKenna Suter, McKenna Suter, the freshman. Near side, roll shot, free over from Kendall Kirkwood. Maddie Suter will set down the middle. Conger finds the floor for kill number 38 of this match, and it's 11-6 Merino.
Not only can Fleming end the 5-set jinx, can Merino win a state championship for the first time since any of these girls were born.
2001, the last time the Rams won it. Trying to defeat the defending state champs as Callie Kirkwood's power deep is mishandled. She has 14 kills in the match. Down 11-7. Lainey Schleicher, who's been the rally MVP in this match for Fleming. She'll take the serve. Now. Lainey spins it far side on Faye Trinkle. Set for Trinkle out of the back row. She'll tumble it short. Diving dig up by Maddie Serrato. Set for Chintala. Pings the block at the net. That is 21 kills for Whitney Chintala.
That's her best match of the tournament, hands down.
Yeah, she had 28 kills in 2 matches coming into this one. Schleicher will have the serve. Laney spinning it deep on McKenna Suter. Set for Conger. Hopping the block of the net. Nice dig by Schaefer, but it free back onto the Ram side. Conger down the middle. Hammers it to the floor. Kill number 39 in the match for Tasia Conger. And the Merino Rams find themselves 3 points away from a state volleyball championship. As you get to now see from our vantage point the remainder of this match on KPMX Sports' Facebook Live. Faith Trinkle, who has won 57 points on her serve in this tournament. Angles it near side. Dig free by Schleicher onto the Ram side. Chicken wing back over. Schleicher runs it down. Joust at the net between Conger and Kirkwood. Ping pong, ping pong. And in the net was Tasia Conger. So the Merino Rams will see if they can just side out here on the serve of Sam Pope. Pope down 12-9 for Fleming. She'll fire it down the middle. Up high back row by Suter. She'll roll shot it deep. Nice up by Pope. Kendall Kirkwood sets for Whitney Chintala. Big top spin. Too big and out. The block pulled down. Chintala swung for hands that weren't there. 13-9 in favor of the Merino Rams. 2 away from their first title since 2001. The serve in the hands of Amanda Thorpe. Thorpe will tumble it near side. Chintala up. Kendall Kirkwood will set, and Chintala will run it over in short. Handed up back row by Faye Trinkle. Set for Conger. Conger off-speed, nicely covered up by Serrato. Back set over the net by Kendall Kirkwood. Run down far line by Trinkle. And then a swat attempt by the setter, Maddie Suter, went into the net for the hitting error. And Kendall Kirkwood will take the serve down 13-10. Kendall will line it far side, fielded by Faye Trinkle. Set for Conger. Big spin deep, handed up by Kendall Kirkwood. Vandenbark bump set, free ball over by Whitney Chintala. Thorpe chases it up high, set down the middle. Conger, big hammer in the kill. 40 kills in this championship match. Puts the Merino Rams with a quartet of championship points to win their first title since 2001. And Doug Camry will burn his second time out.
I don't have any words for what Tasia Conger has done in this state championship. 40 kills in a state tournament match, period. I don't care what match it is. I don't care where you're at in the tournament. In a state championship match, a 5-setter, a team that hasn't won in 20 years, and Tasia Conger comes out here and just unloads offensively. And that's not to take away from the fact that you have 2 other players in double figures in kills.
Yeah, you've got so many great weapons. McKenna Suter with 10, Faye Trinkle with 11, but 40 for Tasia Conger. And Conger, fittingly, the junior, will take the serve to try and give the Rams their first championship since 2001. She'll spin in near side, fielded by Chintala. 10-foot line set, Kendall Kirkwood for Whitney Chintala. Off-speed swings short, sliding dig out by Conger. Set for McKenna Suter. She'll chop it short, and the dump over by Chintala. Handed up once, twice. Third free over by Maddie Suter. Chased down by Schleicher near side. Back set for Whitney Chintala. She'll bang it into the block of the net. Kept up by Kendall Kirkwood. Chintala will set for Kendall Kirkwood. She'll spin it deep. Handed up by Faye Trinkle. Back row swing for Conger. Tumbled near side. Up quickly by Kendall Kirkwood. Set down the middle for Harms. She'll spin it deep. Up by Thorpe backside. Set short down the middle. McKenna Suter, the freshman, puts it down. And the Merino Rams, for the first time since 2001, are the 1A volleyball state champs, winning set number 5, 15-10, to come back from a 2-0 deficit against the defending 1A state champion, Fleming Lady Wildcats.
Breathe, Ben. Breathe. We'll be back with our post-match show as the Merino Rams are state champs in the 1A classification on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Welcome you back into the Broadmoor World Arena, an instant classic. The Merino Rams are state champs for the first time since 2001, coming from a 2-0 deficit to defeat the defending state champion Fleming Wildcats 15-10 in the fifth. Welcome back to our post-game show, brought to you by Gordon Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with offices all across eastern Colorado. Find out more online at gordonins.com. We'll talk about the champs in a second. I want to talk about this team that's right in front of us, the Fleming Wildcats, because there's smiles.
Right.
They realize
there's tears, but there's smiles.
There are smiles from the Kirkwood sisters who got to play together here at the state tournament. Lainey Schleiser, who was incredible in rallies, huge smiles. Maddie Harms, huge smiles. These girls are friends, and it sucks that they lost. But they've won 7 titles in the last 15 years, and they won the championship last year as well. They know what it feels like to win, and they know what it feels like to lose. And I mean, it's heartbreaking for this team because they were also runners-up in girls basketball. That's 2 championship games that you got oh so close and then just couldn't find a way to finish it off. And I think you've got to shout out, Coach, we've shouted out Coach Cameron, but his assistants, Coach Schleiser and Coach Gintala, they were right there helping this team understand this sport and grow and develop. And, I mean, that coaching staff did a great job with this team this year.
The other reason you smile if you're Fleming, yes, you lose Kendall Kirkwood to graduation. She's the only senior you lose off of this state championship qualifying team to graduation, and you have a more than capable setter behind her in Maddie Serrato. So I think there is a lot of positives to take away if you're the Fleming Lady Wildcats. You're right. It sucks to come this close and come up just short, but the future is so bright for Fleming. They'll be back. They will absolutely be back here once again. And so I think you take that with you if you're Fleming as you head into the locker room for the final time this season. You know in the back of your head, yeah, we made it this far. Yeah, we lost, but guess what? We're going to be back here again in just a few short months.
Yeah. Back in November, we'll be playing a state volleyball tournament. Kendall Kirkwood, the lone senior on the Fleming roster, 3,258 assists in her career.
That is video game numbers.
She is glorious. She is epic. And I think she deserves a massive amount of credit, as does junior Whitney Chantala, who put up 21 kills in this match. And you would normally say, 21 kills in the match. Man, what fun. But then Taza Conger exists and has 40 kills in a 5-set championship match en route to the victory.
Man, what fun.
40 kills out of Tasia Conger. And here's the thing. Of those 40 kills, she had 12 going into the third set. She had 28 kills in the final 3 sets for the Merino Rams. The junior, hands down, is our player of the match. Like, you didn't have to ask that question.
I don't think there's any doubt from anybody that Tasia Conger's not just the player of the match, but the player of the tournament for the Merino Rams. She was the linchpin of that offense. And, yes, it was McKenna Suter, the freshman, who got the final kill to send Merino to the dog pile, but you would not have been there if it were not for the work of Tasia Conger. So what an exceptional run by the Merino Lady Rams. I don't want to brag, but I called it at the beginning of the year.
Yes,
I said Merino Fleming State Championship, that's exactly what we got. And I told you that next day. I said if there's a team that can upend Fleming, it's Merino. And it did not look good in those first 2 sets. And I think it was the PA guy who said, a comeback for the ages. It certainly was a comeback for the ages for the Merino Rams as they win it in 5.
Conger's a junior. She'll be back next year. That's scary. Maddie Suter, their setter. We talked about Kendall Kirkwood's numbers. with 55 assists by my tally in this championship match. She finishes with 3,055 assists for her career. I can't even tabulate the number of digs because we don't keep that stat, but I can guarantee you that Merino was approaching, if not over 100 digs in this 5-set match.
Without a doubt. And quite honestly, given some of those rallies late in the 4th and 5th sets, I'm not sure Fleming wasn't pushing that number as well. It was an exceptional bit of work defensively by both teams. And you mentioned Tasia Conger is a junior. Yeah, you're going to lose a couple of seniors off this Merino roster, but they're bringing back most of their roster as well. I would not be surprised to see a rematch of this same matchup next year.
I think they have to be 1-2 to start the season. Ryan Briggs, one of the seniors, your libero, that's going to hurt because she was very good. She easily had 20 digs in this match. Faye Trinkle easily had 20 digs in this match, and she had 11 kills and a pair of aces and won 58 points on her serve over 3 matches in this tournament.
If Tasia Conger doesn't go off for 40 kills in this match, I think she's your player of the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no doubt about that. You know, they're very good. I'm excited to get to call Faith in the fall at NJC. And then one we talked about a little bit because she played one rotation on the front row, but another senior is Nikki Edgar. And I've known Nikki since she was knee-high. You know, she was a little one when I met her. And
she's not so little
anymore.
Not
so little anymore. And she didn't score any points in this tournament. She didn't have a block. She didn't have a kill. But she was out there, and there were several rallies where her 6-foot-plus presence caused the opposition to hit in a different direction, and she was only out there for one rotation. And so to have those different commitments on this roster, and credit the coaches that are on that bench, you know, Coach Kuntz, Coach Suter, Coach Kirschbaum, and Coach Kirschbaum, that were helping out with this team. The Merino Rams have a complete team, and they put together a special run, and it was a special end to the 1A volleyball season for their first title since 2001.
Absolutely everything we could have asked for from a state title. And congratulations to the Merino Lady Rams. Congratulations to the Merino community, Merino High School on the state title. I think that's just, you can't put it into words. When it's been that long since you've hoisted the trophy. Again, none of these girls existed the last time Merino won a state championship, which seems really odd to me considering we're talking about 2001, which feels like just a handful of years ago, but it was actually 20 years ago. Great job by Merino. Great effort by Fleming tonight. I don't think we could have asked for anything better. And, well, I guess if we're going to get anything, we're going to get something equally as good on the 3A side coming up at 8 o'clock over on 105.7 KPMX and KPMX.com as the Sterling Tigers look for back-to-back state titles, taking on longtime rival, the Eaton Reds.
You're going to have to do play-by-play on that.
On it.
That's
I had planned on it.
That's why Ben burned himself, but he'll be there as well. Chris Gross back in the studio has been handling our studio engineer duties, and the Merino Rams have brought home the state title. 15-25, 16-25, 25-11, 25-18, and 15-10 on the back of 40 kills from Tasia Conger. The Rams are champs for the first time in 20 years. This has been the 1A State Volleyball Tournament on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
So hard for it, and we've waited so long. We've come here since we were freshmen, and it just feels so good to win it.
I bet it does. Hey, when you're at that last point to win, what rushed through your head?
I was just thinking, get the ball up and slam it down and just work as a team. I was just so excited.
What kind of emotions are going through your head right now? Being a state champion, being a part of history.
It feels like really surreal. I can't believe it's real. I'm just so happy.
Jeff, you got anything?
This is a trophy. They can't take away. You're part of history. What's to be part of history for a small town like Merino?
It feels so good. It feels like we don't get our name out a lot. So to be a state champion, just feels so good to be a part of it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A state champion, how's that feel right now?
Amazing. I'm so happy.
When you got that 25th point, hits the ground, what went through your head?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I wanted to hug my teammates so bad. I love them so much. I just wanted that experience, And it was amazing. It was better than I could have imagined. I'm so happy.
I think we're set.